there, this is Ray with Ray's Guide. This is my first look at the new Crusader A1 Spirit light bomber. This is a great looking ship, and it's going to have a lot of common components between the other two members of the Crusader Spirit line, the C1 light duty freighter and the E1 executive transport. Now let's take a good look around it, rising up a bit, and you can see the back turret there, which appears to be that it's on rails. We'll take a look at that a little bit more. As you see, it's got a very typical Crusader ship, very reminiscent of all their other ones. In particular, the Mercury Star Runner reminds me of. It's got big wide wings, so it should be able to catch a fair amount of air in atmospheric flight. And as we continued around the ship here, take a look down, you can see the two-person cockpit there, coming more around the outside. Again, it's not heavily armored. It's got a turret under the nose and a remote turret up here on the back. Come along a little bit more. It's got the wide 4-engine. Looks like it's got a lot of power behind it. So let's look underneath and bring down the ramp. You notice it's got this nice safety feature here of bringing down, of showing you where the ramp might hit you if you don't stand there. Now, you come in the back of the ship, and there's this I call vestibule area. It's an engineering vestibule, and this is where you're going to find all 4 of your major ship components. It's kind of interesting that it's back here, in that they're finally, compared to other ships, thought about how you're going to get these components in and out of the ship if you have to repair them, or also if you need to abscond with them. They're right back here, right next to the ramp. So you can get them in and get them out. Bring up a mule or something to put them on. Here they are. Now, forward from there is the pilot's going to be different from each member of the Spirit series. And this is a bomb bay here with 10 5-size bombs. Size 5 is going to be important here. Up you go a bit to what I'm calling the forward engineering area. It's got these 4 areas here. One below is an area here that you can store some things, and above are more components, in particular the sensors and the whatever these are, and your avionics computers. There's also here, if we keep poking around, another little hidey hole place under here. Notice the door slides up to hide the one as it exposes the other. And then over here, same arrangement, are flight systems. So this is going to be a part where the engineer, when the co-pilot, when playing his engineer role, is going to be spending a lot of time here. And here's the maintenance and engineering station. Not functioning right now, just got a diagnostic program running. But this is going to be a key working spot. And as I said, it's ahead of the bomb bays, which is ahead of the actual, where the major components are. Now, one section up from there is this crew area. There's 2 suit lockers with a weapons rack in between. And then opposite them on the other side is a toilet combination. And just ahead of that is this drink dispensing area, with a drink dispenser and a couple little refrigerated, I presume, sections for storing your cans of drinks. Then comes the 2 bunks, and above each bunk is a storage area. And this is interesting. I'll show you here. If I put something above one of the bunks and then go around the other side of the hallway and open up the other storage container, the something isn't there. So each of these are 2 personal storage areas, one for each person of the 2-person crew. Kind of handy there, kind of nice accommodation of needing to work together in space. Now, this is like the co-pilot seat, and as you see deploy, and that moves the turret from the top side to the bottom side. So it's kind of misnamed, but it's called the deployed position, is when it's on the underside. Now, let's take a look at our field of view when we're on the underside there. And as we do, you see that actually the deployed position doesn't have much of a field of view. I got about 180 degrees one side to the other, and 90 degrees deflection. Now, if I go to the supposedly retracted condition, we'll bring that turret back up here to the top. Nice and handy. Now, if I go back into the remote turret in the so-called retracted position, and look how great my field of vision is. I got a full half dome of field of view. So it's kind of misnamed, but if I'm flying this ship as a co-pilot, I'm going to want to keep turret in the retracted position. And then my pilot can just do a roll target and just keep our opponent in the upper hemisphere of the craft, and I'll be able to shoot at it. So let's go talk a little bit more about how to use this ship in combat. Now, it's clear to me that this is going to be a popular ship, mostly because the bombs are smaller. The C1's bombs, those size 10s, have a horrible destructive radius, and so they're as difficult to deploy in a tactical situation. because you have to hold your own troops too far back. These size 5 bombs, although they have a considerable kill radius, have nowhere near the same kill radius as the size 10 bombs, and so you can have troops within deployable range of the strike, if, presuming of course, you can strike accurately. So this is why I see that this A1 may be more popular overall than the A2, but you got to deliver accurately. So part of doing that, I believe, is that we are eventually going to have to adopt World War II style dive bombing tactics. Now, the first rule of doing dive bombing tactics is you have to know the elevation of your target. If you don't know your elevation of your target, do not trust your altimeter at all. Just go by your eyeballing it. Because if I tell you that you have to release it 2,000 meters above the target, and the target is 3,000 meters above mean ground level, you're going to be releasing 1,000 foot into the ground. Obviously, that's not right. So what you're going to want doing, typical dive bombing tactics, is to start up fairly high, maybe about 3,000 or 4,000 meters above the target. You get almost directly over it and then go into about a 70-degree dive, or maybe a little bit less, but a very steep dive, and fast but not too fast. I mean, you're not trying to drive yourself into the ground, but you are trying to impart serious momentum to your bomb when you let go of it. And you should pay attention. You should be paying attention to your momentum indicator, not just direction where you're pointing, but the direction where your momentum is. And then when you got your momentum lined up and you're getting kind of close, probably close enough that they're getting ready to start shooting at you, then during this dive, you should deploy your VTOLs. That's going to be different than in a World War II situation, because World War II bombers didn't have VTOLs. But as soon as you release, pitch up hard and hit the VTOLs hard. And then as soon as you have pitched the horizontal or better, jam the throttle forward and hit the afterburner full. And just continue pitching up with the VTOLs as you get away. The idea is to get yourself well outside of the radius of the kill zone. Now, I know the advertisements for this ship have shown it doing these fast, low-level bombing runs. Now, all I can say is that obviously the makers of this commercial did not hire Sir Isaac Newton as a script consultant. Because if they did hire Sir Isaac Newton as a script consultant, he would have told you that that would have been the number one way of being the first casualty of your own bomb. Because bomb will drop as fast as you do, and you will be blown up right underneath you. So you want to use a dive bombing technique, because in that way, as soon as you release, you are pulling up and getting out of there. And your dive bombing technique, which is historically very accurate, has been a typical use of a light bomber, such as the SBD Dauntless. So that's how I expect. I haven't had too much time to practice it myself, but that's what I expect that this A1 is going to be used for in the game. Close air support and dive bombing on small selected targets. We're leaving the A2 to doing the high-level strategic bombing. Using each one of them in their own way. Which one will be more important? Well, considering most of the way we've been doing things lately, I would suspect it will actually be the A1. And so that'll be your own choice, of course, but that's my opinion. So fly safe, keep it real, and I'll see you in the verse. This is Ray with Ray's Guide. And this is Daniel Raym with an update on our giveaways. First, we have our WWII Week giveaway for your choice of the Galaxy Complete, the massive modular mining moving vending machine, or the brand new big box bargain bazaar, the Merchant. Just be a member and be entered automatically, or subscribe and comment with the secret word. And the secret word for this video is the World War II bomber that Ray mentioned. Fly safe, keep it real, and I'll see you in the verse. This is Daniel Raymond for Ray's Guide.